Hey, welcome there, guys. Tony Porter Cards and Dice TV. Remember, like and subscribe my channel. And we are getting towards the end. We are in the middle of September of the uh, Milwaukee Braves replay, and the Braves trail the Dodgers in the standings by 3 games. This is a 3-game series with 2 games played today, a doubleheader, and then one game played on Tuesday in September, early mid-September. And the Braves are 64 and 51, but the Dodgers are 68 and 49, 3 games ahead. And let's see what happens. It's going to be Bob Buell. He has his B column versus Sandy Koufax, who has his A column, but he's not really the Sandy Koufax that we knew. Still pretty good, but just not the one that we knew. His whip is pretty high at almost 1.5. He's got a lot of walks on his card. We'll see what happens. So I don't have the lineups up, but I will go over the lineups quickly for the Dodgers. The visiting Dodgers: Jim Gilliam, Charlie Neal, Wally Moon, Duke Snider, Norm Larker, Ron Fairley, John Roseboro, Don Zimmer, and Sandy Koufax. For the Brewers, the Braves, I'm sorry: Avila, Matthews, Aaron, Adcock, Pafko, Logan, Bruton, Crandall, and Buell. And let's get it going. Play ball, as they say. Alright. Alright, it's a 62, and that's an out on Gilliam's card. A 10 is a line drive to left. So let's go to that screen and start inputting the data. Alright, line drive to left, and that's 1 away. Next up is Charlie Neal. He's a righty hitter. Pitch, and a 36, which will be a blank, and that comes out to a grounded hit to short. Logan picks it up and throws a first, 2 down. Next is Wally Moon. And Wally Moon is batting .327 with 13 home runs. He was a .302 hitter. And the pitch, it's a 12, and that's ball 4. So Buell loses him, and he's on at first. Won't be stealing with that walk. And Duke Snider now with a runner on first and 2 outs. The pitch from Buell, and a snake eyes, which will be ball 4. So he's lost the plate a little bit here, and after 2 quick outs, he's walked a couple, and he's got runners on first and second. Moon takes his lead off second, Snider off first. Buell checks in with Crandall for the signed Larker, lefty hitter Norm Larker, who's not has 5 home runs, .291 average, .289 average in reality, with 8 home runs, so he's right on the money. And let's do it. Here's the pitch from Buell. Winds and deals. A 15 is going to get him out of the inning. That's bounced to short. Logan flips to Avila for the force, and that ends the inning. We go to bottom of the first. Koufax on the mound faces Bobby Avila. Let's do it. Sandy with his A column and a 44. That's ripped to center, and that's a base hit, so Avila doesn't waste any time. And he's on at first. Here's Matthews. Now Matthews is a so-so hit and run guy. I'm not going to hit and run with him because I want some power out of him. And the hit and run takes the power away pretty much. So I'm just going to swing away with Eddie Matthews. So Avila gets his lead. Koufax looks over. Roseboro the sign. Koufax sets and deals. And a 45. It's going to be a swing, and no, it's going to be a potential walk, and just misses being a walk. It's going to be a 13 from a lefty, and that's bounced to first, and first baseman would just step on the bag. So Avila advances into scoring position. He's at second base. Here's Hank Aaron. He's missed a couple of games, but he's back, probably with some sort of nagging injury. We're glad he's back because this is a big series. The Braves are 3 games down in the standings. On the pitch, and a 65. That's what the doctor ordered with a 10. That's a deep drive to left, way back. Moon to the track, looks up, and that ball is gone. Hank Aaron connects, gives the Braves a 2-0 lead off the pitcher card. Sandy Koufax is 1-13. Hank Aaron is straight up, and we rolled a 10. We got lucky, and his power numbers give us the results that we needed here. Puts us up 2-0. And Joe Adcock is up. That was his 17th home run of the season. He's underproduced in this series. Just a terrible, terrible rolls. So he's basically 50% under the home runs he should have. He has tons of home runs on his card. Just have not rolled any of those home runs. And that's the nature of the beast. So just never gets those rolls. Those home run rolls. Adcock is up. Nobody on, 1 out. And a 42 will be ball 4, so he walks. So Koufax off to a rough start here in the early innings. First inning, Pafko with a 35, and that'll be a swing and a miss. Chases curveball in the dirt, and he strikes out. 2 down. Here's Logan. Logan, a pretty good hit and run guy with 2 outs. Runner's moving anyway, so I'm not going to do that. It's a 32, and that'll be bounced to second. Neal is going to get it over to Larker to end the inning. But the Braves pick up 2 on the 2-run shot by Hank Aaron. Fairley, Ron Fairley. Remember him with the 77 Blue Jays. Buell, the pitch, a 35, and that is popped up. Left side, Matthews calls for it, and he makes the catch. 1 down. John Roseboro, lefty catcher with a 25, and this one's lifted to center. Bruton drifts over under it, 2-way, and Don Zimmer. Don Zimmer batted 165, 250 at bats, 12. It's popped up. Logan and Matthews go back. Pafko comes in, and Pafko makes the catch, retires the side. Easy inning for Bob Buell. Bob Buell's had a pretty good season so far. Bill Bruton against Koufax with the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss, and he strikes out on that KD check. Crandall. Bill Crandall with a 56 and strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Koufax. And here's Bob Buell, which should also strike out, and he does. And Koufax strikes out. Wait a second. Strikeout, single. What? What did I hit? I hit the wrong thing. There it is. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. There we go. Koufax is up. Top of the 3rd. 2-0 Braves. Pitch to Koufax. And that is tabbed right back to Buell. Buell feels it over to first. 1 down. Fall Classic Baseball. Jim Gilliam with a 66, and that's going to be a drive. And that's going to split the outfielders. Roll to the wall, digging for second. Bruton gets it in, and Gilliam is in there with a double ahead of the throw. So 1 out double for Jim Gilliam, who stands at second base now with Charlie Neal at the plate. Neal's a 287 hitter in the replay. He's batting 325. The pitch from Buell, and that's a 12, and that's going to be bounced to short. Logan looks Gilliam back to second. Fires to first. 2 down. And here's Wally Moon. Wally Moon's a beast. 327, 13 home runs. He was a 302 hitter. And obviously we're not going to put him on in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch from Buell, and that's a 64, and he'll get out of the inning. It's lifted to left center field. Pafko and Bruton come together, and it's Pafko who calls him off and makes the catch. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Avila leads off. Bobby Avila, who singled, batting 235 and a 15. It's going to be a bounce at a second. Neal over to Larker. 1 down. Eddie Matthews. And this is a line drive to right. So Matthews pulls it down the line, but Fairley had him played perfectly. 2 down. I did a lot of cropping for this game. As you can see, I got a lot of different screens happening there. It takes a while. It takes like 10-15 minutes to get ready for that. And this is another chopper to Neil at second. Aaron bounces out to end the inning. Duke Snyder starts off the top of the fourth. Buell looks in, gets the sign from Crandall, and he winds and deals with a 64, and that'll be right back to Buell. Feels his position, and that's 1 out. So Snyder hits it right back to the pitcher, and here's Norm Larker with a 34, and that is bounced up the middle and base hit into center field, played by Bruton. Larker's on at first. There's no steals there. Ron Fairley had not too much power in 59, but we'll see what happens. Buell looks over at Larker, now checks with Crandall. He's ready. Pitch to Fairley for 12, and that's going to be a tapper right back to Buell. He's going to go to Logan for 1. Back to Adcock. 1-6-3 double play. They turn it. Get out of the inning. Joe Adcock now leads off the bottom of the fourth. Game is moving along so far with a 62, and that's a strikeout. Chases a high fastball, and Pafko steps in the box, and Pafko is going to line it right to Gilliam. L5. So rips it, but Gilliam snags it. 2 out. And Logan with a 56 checks his swing. They check with the first base umpire, rings him up, and Logan doesn't like it, but he goes down on strikes. Top of the fifth. Here we come. John Roseboro. It's 2-0 Braves, as you can see on the screen. Here's the pitch. It's a 14, and this is another ball hit right back to the mound. Buell picks it up and throws it to first for out number 1. Here's Don Zimmer. Shouldn't be too much trouble getting him out. This is a 51 and a 20. It's going to be bounced to shortstop. Logan bobbles it for second. Now fires to first in time. Beat Zimmer to the bag by half a step. Bobbled it for a split second, but was able to get his sure hands on it. Here's Koufax with a 24, and that'll be a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. To end the inning, bottom of the fifth, 2-0. Bill Bruton, and a 65. That's a -4, and that ball is a -4 is a 9. He rolled an 8. That's a deep drive to right and fairly to the wall. Gone. 3-0. 2 home runs by the Braves have put them up 3-0. A 2-run shot in the first and a solo shot here in the bottom of the fifth. Bill Bruton hits his 4th of the season. Del Crandall now. Crandall's had a great season. He rips one to the left. Played on a hop by Moon, and he's on with a single. So back-to-back hits by the Braves. Buell's going to square, and that's a good bunt. To the pitcher, over to first. And runner advances. Crandall now at second base. Now Crandall, he's a catcher, but he's average speed. He must have had, I guess, I don't know how they calculate that, but not a slow catcher. Here's Avila, Bobby Avila, right-handed hitter. Koufax, signed from Roseboro, the pitch, and a 32 will be bounced to second. Runner will advance. So Crandall at third now, and Eddie Matthews. Eddie Matthews always dangerous. It's 3-0 Milwaukee over the Dodgers, who lead them in the standings 3-0, or by 3 games, if you will. And that's a 44. That's line base hit, and that's gonna drive in Crandall, and it's 4-0. So Koufax, now we're not going to be too worried about Koufax here because, let's see, it's early in the game, and you know what? It's early in the game, but Koufax has given up 4 runs in 4 innings on 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. He's only faced 20. He can face 31. Let's just, for educational purposes, look at the bullpen. I got McDevitt that I could pull. I've got Sherry that I could use. I got S. Williams I could use. I got a lot of guys in the bullpen that I could use. So a lefty, who's up now? Is Eddie Matthews up? I could bring in McDevitt. No, Aaron's up. Okay, Eddie Matthews just hit an RBI single. It's a big game, so you know what? Who's up next? I think it is... Next is going to be Adcock, Pafko. Adcock's a righty. Everybody's a righty, so let's grab a righty now from the bullpen. Who can we grab? We can grab Larry Sherry. Let's bring in Larry Sherry. He's got a good ERA. Let's take a look at where. Oh, here he is. Game started 9 out of 23. I don't think he starts the next game. Let me check real quick to make sure that he does, because no, the next game is Williams. So let's go back to the game. Where are we? Here it is. All right. All right, so we're going to bring in Larry Sherry. And replaces Koufax. Let's roll to see what kind of stuff he will have. He will have his C stuff. All right, and he's going to face Aaron. So Sherry in against Aaron. Aaron's got the advantage here, but we'll see what happens. Here's the pitch to Aaron. That's a 15, and that's going to be bounced to short. Zimmer over to Neal, and that ends the inning. So Sherry does the job, and it's 4-0. Braves, top of the 6th. Gilliam leads off. Pitch, and a 14 is a ground ball to Logan. 1 away. Charlie Neal with a 35, and that'll be a ground ball again in the hole. Long throw for Logan. High. Adcock with the stretch. 2 down. Wally Moon. And that's ripped for a single to center. A 2-out single. Wally Moon stands at first base. Duke Snyder, the batter. Duke Snyder hit 23. Buell looks at Moon. Moon takes his lead. Adcock straddles the bag, holding him close. Here's a pitch, and that's a 34, and that's going to be a ground ball and through the hole. Runner will stop at second, so we got first and second now. Moon's taking no chances, trying to go to third on that, down by 4. Norm Larker got some movement in the bullpen for the Braves. And a 33, that's going to be ripped. And runner, oh, there's going to be a play at the plate. But, yep, there's going to be a play at the plate. Still early, left fielder, Pafko. Pafko has got a 3, 1, 2, 3, and he's out at home. And he is out at home. Pafko throws him out. Throws out Moon trying to score. The red light was on, but Moon ran through it. So that's going to be a single, and then a 7-2, and he is out at home, and that ends the inning. Ouch, that hurts. But players sometimes just do their own thing. Here's Adcock against Sherry, bottom of the 6th, and that's a 65. That's a drive, but nope, it's foul. Next pitch popped up, left side, Gilliam. 1 down. So Adcock, after a long drive that went foul, pops it up. Pafko, 46 and a 17. He's going to try for second against the left fielder Moon. So it's a single in the gap, and he's going to go for 2 against Moon. Where is Moon? What are we looking at here? We're looking for the Dodgers. See what kind of arm strength or ability does Moon have. Wally Moon's a 1-4, and he is out at second, and he is safe with a double. Pafko, a 1-out double. Johnny Logan, the always dangerous Johnny Logan, batting .274 with 11 home runs. Takes the pitch from Sherry, and that's a 12, which would be ball 4, so he walks him. So we are going to go, and this is a new modifier just implemented. It's called a Mound visit. So we're going to make a Mound visit, and we're going to be able to roll and try to improve McSherry's C column. It can't go down, obviously. It can only go up. So let's roll and see what happens, and he's going to be a B. So I spoke to the team, and it had an effect. So things are going to go, hopefully they're going to go improve a little bit for us. Something is better than nothing, and Mound visit works. So I get to do a Mound visit every game for each team. And Bill Bruton now, the batter, with first and second with 1 out. And you know what? This is when I can go to the, well, he's improved, but I'm seeing that Bruton's a lefty. So I'm going to go to the bullpen because he hits righties very well. He's got splits there that give him a big advantage on righties. So I'm going to pull, unfortunately I didn't plan that out properly, but I'm going to go with McDevitt. I'm going to go with McDevitt here. He's a lefty, so he'll already get an advantage on a lefty. Let me just grab his card if I can find it. McDevitt. There he is. All right, Danny McDevitt, lefty on lefty. And let's roll for McDevitt, and he is he's going to be an A pitcher. There you go. McDevitt against Bill Bruton. The pitch with runners on first and second, 1 out. The Braves lead it 4-0. And a 51 is going to be a potential error on the pitcher, and McDevitt is going to boot it. And everybody is safe. Everybody is safe here. It's a 1-base error, so a ball hit right back to McDevitt. Could have been a double play, but he drops it. He misplays it, and the bases are loaded. With Del Crandall coming up. McDevitt gets the sign from Roseboro. Infield's going to be playing in here. And that's a 53 with a 4. Struck him out. Big K for Danny McDevitt. And it's Buell who we're going to let bat here with the bases loaded. He's having a great day. He's actually an A pitcher now, Buell is. Because he went 6 innings. 51, that's an error check, but oh, it's going to be a possible error again with Buell batting. 51 is going to be we're going to check the second baseman, Neal, and Neal. Oh, Neal doesn't make many errors, and sure-handed Neal makes the play over to first, and that retires the side. Sorry for the dogs barking, but that's the nature of the beast here. Let's okay, so we are in the top of the 7th, and it's Bob Buell pitching a shutout, 5 hitters so far. And who's it going to be? Ron Fairley up. And let's do this. A 24, and that's going to be a 1-3 hit by pitch, but it's 14's way too high. That's bounced to Avila. Over to Adcock. Went away. John Roseboro, lefty hitter. Buell gets the sign from Crandall and lets her fly. 34, and that is going to be tapped right back to the mound. Buell feels it over to first, 2 down. So far, easy inning for Bob Buell. Buell so far this season's got a 3.29 ERA, not a great 1-loss percentage. It's 7-8, 1.3 WHIP. Keep on banging my head against the mic. And it's a little bit higher than it the whip than, well, 1.3. He was a 1.29, so 1.31, 1.29. So that's pretty darn close. Doing a little bit. I think I don't have his ERA, but his whip is right on target. So here's Don Zimmer. Not a great hitter here. We could pinch hit for Zimmer. Let's pinch hit for Zimmer. Zimmer plays, what position does Zimmer play? Let's look at the box score real quick so I can get an idea. Zimmer, shortstop. He's playing shortstop today. So let's see who can be the shortstop there. Wills will be coming as shortstop. Hitter wise, we got all righties and one switch hitter. So Buell's a righty, but we're gonna pinch hit. Let's grab somebody who can hit. We got a couple of people who can hit here. Carl Furillo is gonna pinch hit. Let's do that. So Carl Furillo, and then we'll be. So let's grab Furillo from the deck. You get all the players with this game. So now, you know, that's for sure. Fun, easy to play game. As you can see, fun factor is very high in this game. All right, Carl Furillo, easy peasy. There's no calculation, very little to do that, but you do have definitely some detail, which is nice beyond the standard basic game detail. So it's an event. I say that it's an advanced game that plays like a basic game. All right, so Carl Furillo, righty, is going to bat for Don Zimmer, who can't hit a lick. And Furillo was a 290 hitter, and in the replay, he's batting 305. And it's a 33, and that's banged up the middle, and that's through into center field, played by Bruton, who gets it into Avila, and it's a 2-out single for pinch hitter Carl Furillo. And now it's McDevitt. And we didn't pull a double switch. So we're going to pinch hit for McDevitt. And who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Let's see. Oh, I got Gil Hodges. We'll do Gil Hodges, 276 hitter with 25 home runs. So he's got some power here. So let's bring in Hodges. Let's have Hodges hit for McDevitt, the relief pitcher. And it's going to be Gil Hodges versus Bob Buell with 1 on and 2 out here in the top of the 7th in Milwaukee. I didn't even pull out the ballpark card. I haven't needed to. Oh well, I have it. I have it on the county stadium on my chart, my defensive chart. You get a defensive chart with every team, and it gives you all the details on the assist rating, the range ratings, and all that. All right, so Hodges with 1 on and 2 out against Buell, who gets the sign from Crandall, and he's ready, set, and the pitch, and it's a 35, which will be again a little dribbler right back to the mound, and Buell feels it, throws him out, and that retires the side. So been a bunch of those from what I remember. So we're going to get Wills at short. And at pitcher, we're going to get, let's see, Williams. We'll do that. Oh, no, he's going to be starting, I think, next game. This is the first game of a doubleheader. So let's get Churn. And let's grab Churn here. Let's see. Hopefully we have him available to us. Where are the all right, I don't know if I have Churn available to me. If I don't have him, I gotta grab him. Ooh. Oh, there he is. He is available. Okay. I guess I printed out everybody. All right, so Churn, we're gonna roll for Churn and see what we got. Oh, he's gonna be his A. He's got his A stuff, his best stuff. So today's the first day I implemented the new mound visit rule, a little modifier, just not very major thing. It's just a little strategic thing, just to add a little flavor to the game. A mound visit, you get to roll, and the pitcher could improve his rating. So that's a nice thing. He can't get any worse. He can only improve it. So probably for a C pitcher, B pitcher, it'd be an advantage. For an A pitcher, you're already an A. You could implement an A modifier as well. Maybe take away 31, make 31 a double play ball. All right, so it's going to be Avila leading off against Chuck Churn. Put him in the wrong spot with his A stuff. And here it is against Bobby Avila. It's a 55, and that's going to be line base hit to left center field. Moon cuts it off, and big turn by Avila, but goes back to first on the single. So Avila strokes one. And Avila, what did he bat? He batted 238. He's right around there. So Eddie Matthews, who we're not going to have bunt, and we're not going to hit and run with Eddie Matthews either. You're looking for some power out of Eddie Matthews against Churn. Chuck Churn. Chuck Churn had 14 games, 31 innings pitched, 24 strikeouts, 1.2 whip, 3-2 with 1 save. So Avila takes his lead, and Churn takes a look at first. Now Roseboro gives him the sign, and he's ready, and he sets and deals, and that's going to be a deep drive. Whoa! And Matthews got a hold of that one and fairly turns around, and that's in the upper deck for Eddie Matthews, and that, I think, is his 30th home run of the season, and that's going to put the Braves up 6-0. Remember, the Braves are trailing by 3 games in the standings. They're behind the Dodgers, and it's 3 games against the Dodgers, 2 in this Monday, a doubleheader, and then 1 on Tuesday. So Hank Aaron now, and the score is 6-0, and Eddie Matthews gets congratulated by his teammates in the dugout. Aaron now. Aaron's got a home run today, his 17th. And he's ready to roll against Churn. Here's the pitch, and that's a 26, and Aaron against a lefty would be a hit, but otherwise it's bounced up the middle, and Neal gets there, plants, and throws him out. So that is 1 away. Joe Adcock now, a right-handed hitter. Adcock today, let's take a quick peek at what Adcock did today. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, and then it's going to be Pafko, who's 1 for 3. Here's a pitch, and a 64 is going to be a swing and a miss. Chases a high fastball. Adcock swings out of his shoes, trying to emulate Eddie Matthews' blast. And now it's Pafko, Andy Pafko. 6-0. We're not going to pinch hit here. Churn against the righty Pafko. 1 for 3 today. The pitch, and a 24 will be a 1-5 hit by pitch, and it's a +2. It makes it a 7, but we roll an 8, and that's lifted to center. Duke Snyder under it and makes the catch, and that retires the side. We'll go to the top of the 8th inning. 6-0. Gilliam is up now. That's the top of the order. Against Bob Buell, we're going to push Buell. He had 12 complete games, and we're going to push him. So he's pitching a shutout right now, so I don't have to worry about anything at this point. He's got his best stuff, so here's Gilliam. And 44, that's going to be line. Base hit to left center. Right center. Aaron over. Cuts it off, gets it into Avila. And Neal. Charlie Neal. Right-handed hitter. Gilliam takes his lead off first, not going anywhere, down by 6. Here's the pitch, and a 66. That's going to be a drive, and that's going to be off the wall, and takes an unusual bounce away from Bruton. Scoring is Gilliam. Going for 3 is Neal. Here's the relay, and he is safe. Slides in under the tag. Under Matthews' tag with a triple. There goes the shutout. And it's 6-1 here in the 8th inning. So a little life finally. The bats for the Dodgers have come to life. Wally Moon, who's having a great season, batting .327, 13 home runs and 400 at bats. And Let me just double check when this game is being played. Is it August or September? Oh no, we're in the middle of August. For some reason I thought we were in the middle of September. So we still got a ways to go. We still got another 6 weeks, 7 weeks of ball playing to go. So, all right. So here's Moon, the pitch to Moon, and that's going to be one of those range plays with a 5, which is pretty low. So let's see who it's hit to. It's hit to 53. It's hit to left field, and that's Pafko out there. Pafko is a 12, so he's going to run that down in the corner. And and they're going to hold up at third base. I don't advance on the. I make it kind of a short line drive for Pafko into the corner, into left field corner, and down by 5 runs. Neal's going to hold up. So no sac fly there on that. And Duke Snyder now, runner on third. 1 out. 6-1 to score. Buell. The pitch to Snyder, and that's a 55. And that's going to be a deep drive. Right field, way back. And Aaron to the track, looks up and gone. 6-3. 2-run shot, Duke Snyder. And we're going to look into the bullpen now, because Buell is obviously tiring. And let's see what we got here. We don't have a lot. We got McMahon. McMahon is like our guy, man. I'm going to try to get Buell through this game because I really have overused the bullpen. And I'm really down to like one major guy that I have to go to like every time. And I wanted to avoid using him. So I'm going to push Buell. Hopefully we can get out of this inning. Larker. And let's see how many batters Buell's faced. He can go long. He can go deep. He can go 35, and I don't think he's reached it. He's not even near that. He's at 31. All right, so here's Larker. Norm Larker, the lefty, with a 62, and that's going to be bounced to short. Logan scoops it up and fires. 2 down. Ron Fairley. Fairley today, how's he doing? Fairley. Fairley's 0 for 3 today. And he's ready, and here's the pitch from Buell. Winds and deals, and a 46 with a 13. And a lefty, that's going to be popped up. And that is to the, that's left. To the left side. Oh, a lefty batter to the right, to the left side. Third baseman Matthews in foul territory, and he makes the catch, and that retires the side. So Fairley pops up to end the inning. We move to the bottom of the 8th, 6-3. Johnny Logan leads off against Churn. And the pitch, and that's a 15, which will be bounced to second base. Neal throws him out, 1 down. Bottom of the 8th. So we're almost done with this game. Bruton. Pitch to Bruton. That's a fly ball in the gap. And will Snyder get there? Yes. Read that well right off the bat and took off the minute it was hit. So Duke Snyder flashing the leather a little bit for us in center field. And it's Del Crandall who's having a great season, batting .266. He batted .257, but 21 home runs. And he already got 21 home runs, so he still has 6 more weeks to play. 518 at bats. He's still got another 100 at bats, so he's a little bit ahead. Well, he's plenty ahead. And Aaron's behind. So just the luck of the draw, the roll of the dice. And a 43 is going to be a fly ball popped up. Back goes Neal and Wills, and in comes Snyder, and Snyder calls him off and makes the catch, and that retires his side. Top of the 9th, last licks for the Dodgers here in Game 1 of a first game of a doubleheader. And with the if the Braves can hold on, they will cut the lead to 2 games. The Dodger lead will be 2 games instead of 3 games if they can hold on to this victory. They're up by 3. McMahon is warming up. We're hoping not to have to bring him in. And right now I'm doing away with the batter's face rule right now. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. I'm going to override that right now simply because of the situation that I'm in. By my managing style, maybe was a little bit short in terms of I was Captain Hook a little bit maybe for 59, and so let's pitch to Roseboro. Lefty pitch, and that's a 33, and that's going to be ball 4. So he doesn't offer, and he takes his base on balls. And Buell, let's see where he stands here. Buell is up to 34. Still got some batters. We need a double play here. Maury Wills is up. Maury Wills, 6-3. We definitely don't want to lose this game to the Dodgers. Want to hold on. So again, here's Maury Wills. So he's gonna. Maury Wills is gonna bat. Let's see. And Roseboro we're gonna let run simply because it's 6-3, and Roseboro is actually a good base runner. So Wills is up, and we're gonna let Wills swing away. Here's the pitch to Wills, a 13, and that's gonna be bounced to Adcock, who's going to just step on the bag ahead of Wills, and that'll move Roseboro to second. So it's a 3 unassisted. And here's the pitcher. We're going to bring in a pinch hitter. It's going to be Demeter, 256 hitter. Any power? Oh, yeah, Demeter got some power, but it's still a home run here would make it 6-5. So let me look and see. We got, let's look on base percentage. Got Rapolsky. Rapolsky is going to bat for the pitcher. Hopefully he gets on base. Then I don't know. Then it'll be the top of the order. We'll see what happens. Rip Rapolsky up, right-handed hitter against Bob Buell with a runner on second and 1 out. But the roll started to roll doubles all of a sudden, and Buell looks over at Roseboro. He's got to focus on the batter right now. He wants to get this out. This second out is huge. The sign from Crandall, and Buell shakes him off, and he's ready. He's set and deals, and that's going to be a 36. This will be bounced to second base. Avila makes the play, two down, and Roseboro moves to third, and that's going to bring up Gilliam. So we're going to let Gilliam go. Jim Gilliam, switch hitter, bats from the left side against the righty Buell. And let's see it. Let's do it. So 2 outs, top of the 9th, 6-3 Braves. They trail the Dodgers, who are in first place, by 3 games. And it would be great to get this victory for the Braves. Let's see if they can hold on here. Runner on third, 2 out. Gilliam, the pitch from Buell, and that's a 64. This will do it. That's lifted to center. Bruton to his right. Pafko comes over. Bruton calls him off, makes the catch. And that is the ball game. And before I close out, I just want to check. Yep, that's the deal. Let me make sure I brought in that pinch hitter too, because once you're out, you're out. Yeah, the last Rapolsky. All right, and that's going to be it. Fly ball to center ends it. So a good game, 6-3. A little nerve-wracking there at the end. 6-3. I thought they were going to come back, and it's not like the first time. It wouldn't be. So Buell gets the victory. He's 8-8. Sandy Koufax takes the loss, 3-7. Bob Buell, the MVP of the game, goes to the distance. We needed that from Buell. And let me take a look. It was Milwaukee with 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Dodgers, 3 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. Now, when I started this replay, I knew absolutely nothing about the 59 Dodgers. And slowly but surely, I've learned the players a little bit better and learned who played that season, who didn't, who had power and who didn't, and who had a good season, who didn't, who was a good outfielder, who had a strong arm, who had a bunch of assists. So these are all the types of things that you learn. Who had good range, and all that sort of thing. So who the aces were for the team. I learned all that. I didn't really know anything about that. I just picked this game up because somebody was playing it, and I said, hey, I want to play it. Let me try it. And I got hooked in 1959, so I'm going to try to finish it. I got 6 weeks to play, though. I play about a game a night. Sometimes I can get away with 2 games if I'm particularly energetic. And I may have a feeling I'm going to play another Dodger game today. Hopefully the Braves can beat them again and make it 2 in a day. And Avila had 2 hits. Matthews, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, his 30th home run. Aaron was 1 for 4, batting .321. He hit his 17th. Adcock 0 for 3, batting .293. Pafko 1 for 4, .227. Logan 0 for 3, .273. Bruton 1 for 4, .292. Crandall 1 for 4, .265. So the averages are very, very, very on the spot. I think Aaron is the only one that's batting a little bit below his actual average, and that's because, well, quite a bit below his average. I think he batted .360 that season, but he's batting .321, still within range. If he gets really, really hot, he can easily get it up to .340, .345 if he goes on a tear. And he just needs to hit some home runs. If he can hit 10 home runs in the next 6 weeks, that's a couple of home runs every week. He'll be close to, we want him to get up to 30 at least. I think he had 37 or 39. But again, the dice have not been, behind Aaron at all. They have not supported him and his offense in this replay. So that's the name of the game. Sometimes you get every roll, sometimes you don't get any rolls. Aaron has not gotten any rolls at all. I mean, he's just missed always by a hair. Every time it's a home run, he misses by a hair. And every time it's a hit, he doesn't manage it. It's just I roll outs for him all the time. So anyway, final score here from County Stadium in 1959. 6-3 over the Dodgers. We got game 2 coming up. Let me just quickly look and see what is game 2. Blah, blah, blah. Let me see. So the Dodgers are 68-50, and the Braves are 65-51. I have to catch myself so I don't say Brewers. And it's going to be, I think it's Willie. Willie's how you pronounce his name. 6-5, a righty against Williams, 11-3 for the Dodgers. I think it's Stan Williams, is it? Let me take a quick peek here if it's Stan Williams or not. So anyway, yep, it is Stan Williams, and here's his card, and we're going to pull the, so we don't know what's what, and I'll get all this together. So Stan Williams versus Willie. I've had a couple of subscribers telling me, oh man, it's Willie. I think I was calling him Wiley when I started the first week, and somebody had to teach me. Say, hey dummy, it's not Wiley, it's Willie. That's how you pronounce it. So it's having a blast here with 1959 and sharing that a little bit with you guys. I've not been rolling the dice and streaming at all or recording anything lately. Just because I've gone back to work after recovering from surgery, and then they bounced me around, and now I have another plan. Plan B is in effect, so I'm going to have a little bit more time to roll some dice. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. And this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Remember to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.